my best friend. And if you have a problem with that, then I'm sorry, but she has been here since day one. She has made sure I stay confident and stay believing in myself because she is such an amazing person. She is my best friend.
What's up, cupers? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new video, you guys. Based on the title of this video, it's gonna be a good one, a really good one. But for those that are new here, I'm keeping up with Nat, also known as Natalie. And for all my returning keepers, I love you guys so much. Thank you for stopping by again. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you do not miss my next video. You guys, if you read the title, it's here. Yes, the long-awaited video. You guys have been requesting this. I get people coming up to me asking me to record a video like this, and it's finally happening. So if you read the title, this is going to be our best friend tag. And welcome my best friend, y'all. Leave some comments down below, okay? Please drop some hearts, some clapping emojis, anything. But hi, Sandra, how are you?
I'm so nervous. So nervous.
She's making me nervous. I do this all the time, but she's making me nervous. It doesn't make any sense.
I know what it is.
We're so excited to finally record it for you guys. A couple of weeks ago, I did a poll on Instagram and asked you guys to drop some of your questions, some topics that you guys want us to cover in this video, and you guys did not disappoint.
The questions?
We had to even cut it down, and I still think we have to cut it down because it's a lot. So I feel like we're gonna have to do a part 2. Maybe we'll probably even do a part 2 with the rest of HF. Like, ooh, yeah, an add-on, an addition, that would be good. But you guys sent in a lot of deep, like, very, like, questions for us to really think. I see some of the questions, I say, like, I thought it was just gonna be one of those cute little videos. Nah, you guys really want to know the deeds.
But I love that.
Yeah, no, that's really good. So I'm not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get right into it. Can we just do a short little prayer?
Oh, Father God, we just want to thank you for this time. We thank you for everyone that is tuning in. Lord, we pray that as we are all just fellowshipping, Lord, may your spirit be with us. We pray for everyone that is watching, everyone that is in need of a sister, in need of a friend. May you be that friend for them. May you bring purposeful friendships into their corner. We pray that our friendship will not only serve of a reminder of who you are in our lives, but also a reminder of what we need from each other. We thank you, we worship you. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen.
Amen. Thanks. Before we even dive into the question, we found this game, like, who's most likely to, on TikTok. So before we get into like the deep nitty-gritty of the questions, let's line up the room, okay? And let's play this game, okay? So hopefully you guys can hear, but if you can, I'll definitely leave it on the screen so they can, yeah. Okay, so let's go. You ready?
Who is more likely best friend edition? Who is more likely to go home early on a night out?
Sandra.
Who is more antisocial?
Sandra.
Who has travelled more?
I think me.
Who's shorter?
Me.
Who's got the best grades?
Sandra.
Who's got in more trouble with their other half?
Sandra.
Who's the funniest?
Me.
Who's more likely to get injured doing something stupid?
Sandra.
Who's more likely to get scammed?
Sandra. Alright, you guys, so before we get into the questions, I just thought maybe we should just introduce ourselves a little bit, or maybe share how this friendship started. So
if we can remember.
I'll go first. Maybe my version might be different from hers. So this is I think this is our first time actually like going down. Yeah. Okay. So pretty much we pretty much grew up in church together. Like, our parents worships at the same church. So since we were kids in Sunday school, like, I'm gonna say grade, because I don't like the age and the grade, I don't even know. But I'm gonna say, like, I started being really active in Sunday school like grade 3.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say, what age is grade 3?
8, 9.
Okay. Yes, so grade 3, and I want to say that's the time we had a very vibrant, active, lit children's choir. And I think I joined the children's choir pretty late because I was a really shy kid. Like, I didn't want to do anything. Yeah, I was so nervous. I was a mute. So I joined the children's choir really late. I think you were in the children's choir way before
grade
me.
1.
Yeah, so I joined the children's choir really late. We were in Sunday school together, but we never really spoke. Like, I think you were best friends with my cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin
other
Erica.
kids,
Yeah, so Sandra was really close with them, and I was really in my corner with Vera.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, Vera, and there's this girl called Vanessa. I don't know if you remember her, but she was
Small?
always small.
Yeah,
she would always
yeah,
come to Sunday school with a
yeah,
chubby
yeah,
drink.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
everybody used to call her chubby. So those were my friends when we were kids, and then Sandra had her own. So we didn't really cross paths.
It
wasn't. No.
Really didn't talk.
And in our church there's so many kids. Like we had like one grade had like 5 different classes. Like there are so many kids, so it's like it just we just didn't no beef. Just how are we beefing in grade 3 too?
We didn't meet.
So that was pretty much it. So later on, once I finally joined the choir, the children's choir, my best friends that I was in church with also stopped coming to church. So now I had to kind of...
Now she had no friends.
I had no friends. I'm gonna be, I was the loner at church. Sandra was the cool girl. Like,
I was popular.
She was the cool
You
kid.
would never think that I was popular.
And let me tell you something about our church. So we go to the Church of Pentecost Canada. It's a Ghanaian church. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, it's a big branch. Like,
back then it was like all areas were in our church. So like Peel, Toronto, I think even... That was it, right?
Yeah.
Like Peel and Toronto,
Yeah, everybody was coming to the Toronto church.
So I'm from Saga and she's from Toronto. I would literally make my way to church every Saturday and Sunday.
And the way we're talking about church, like you would think we'll talk about school like this. Our church was lit. Like if you were in our age group those times, like our church was really lit. So when we finally started going to choir, like when I finally joined choir, I joined choir after you guys did that Ime Kamboliwa thing. That what I don't know how old we were, but like
I want to say like 9.
Yeah,
after that hairstyle for that. Boy.
After that, I told my mom I have to be in this choir because at that moment I didn't have friends and all the kids were there. So I'm like, I can make friends if I join this choir. So finally, I was finally allowed to join the choir, and then. I guess that's how we met, but like I don't even remember how it started.
I think it was just same grade. Now we're in choir together. We have certain friends around each other that kind of knew each other.
Yeah, and now because she was best friends with my cousin, that's my cousin. So I was able to slide in that friend group.
She's like, hello.
Yeah, so later on that her friendship with my cousin kind of deteriorated, and I kind of slid in there and
she took her place.
Erica, if you're watching, we love you. But yeah, that's how it pretty much started. From what I remember, that's how our friendship started. So like from like by that time we were in like grade 4 or 5. Yeah,
and then it literally built from there.
From there, it was just up. It was up and stuck.
To the point where like we're talking, I think it was like grade 7, and we're talking on the phone before going to school.
Can you imagine? Somebody lives in Saga. While we're getting ready to go to our schools, our separate schools, we're on the phone. Yeah, like we talk every single morning, and then we go to school.
And then it just built from there. And then it was like life was happening, and we were sharing experiences, and now it's like inseparable.
Yeah, we're like glue now. Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much how we started, how the friendship really blossomed and started. So I guess we're just gonna go right into the questions. Like I don't want to waste any time. So our first question, y'all, what's your fave quality about each other? First. Okay, so my fave quality about Sandra is stop.
Let's listen, y'all.
Oh my god. Okay, so my favorite quality about her is she's very caring. Like she always wants to make sure like you're good. Like even if like I'm quiet for a little bit, are you okay? Are you good? Like it's like I think that's my favorite quality about her. She's really caring, very thoughtful. She honestly, before becoming like an auntie and like a wife now, she's always had this nurturing quality about her. So she's always making sure like you're okay. Like just she just gives
Mama Bear,
yeah, like all the time. So
I can see that.
That's why I think that's my favorite quality about her.
Okay, my favorite quality, I would definitely say right off the bat is how loyal she is. And I think everyone that knows Nadeline can attest to that. This girl is the keeper of secrets. To the point where even me, myself, when she like holds your secret down, like that's how you know you have a loyal friend. And that's one of my favorite things. Like I can tell this girl anything and it won't leave her lip, it won't leave her house. Like I think like when it comes to secrets, it's how to keep your secret. So she's very loyal.
Next question: what makes your bond so strong that you can confidently call each other best friends? You go first.
Definitely, I think time plays a part in this.
Yeah.
Like how long we've known each other.
Yeah.
Like even though it doesn't matter really how long we've known each other, for us it has impacted our relationship because we have decades of real friendship to the point where like you would think that we would probably quarrel a lot or fight a lot because of how long we've known each other, but we actually really don't.
I think people expect that too.
Yeah.
But like I like what? I think that's even a question.
It's a question. Like how
we
we can
might
answer
as well.
that?
No, we might as well just fit it into this question. But like, I feel like I can count. I don't think I can count.
I think we had one last year, which was very minor. And it wasn't even an issue. It was one of those things where we thought there was an issue.
It wasn't after the wedding. Oh my god, that's even a question here too.
Where we thought there was an issue, but there wasn't. But we handled it quite well.
Yeah, we did.
It was so dumb.
It was very weird. It was so weird. I remember I was even complaining to my boyfriend. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, and I didn't even know how to react because we've never been in that situation.
And little backstory. So I thought she was mad because she was just not talking. There's days where, you know, we just don't talk. We don't talk every day.
Yeah.
But when we do talk, it's like we never miss a day. But she wasn't talking. I wasn't talking. We went to a dinner. She didn't say hi to me. I was like, what the hell? Why are you not saying hi to me? Like, what did I do?
I said hi.
I didn't hear
No,
it.
I think you said hi to everybody at the table, and I also generally said hi back. But
Mine to cry. And to me, I'm like, okay, that just says something is wrong. And I remember talking to Andrew about it, and he's like, nah, like, what's going on between you guys? He's like, fix up, what's going on? And it's like, nah, this is weird.
it's
Like, what's going
weird.
on?
It's so weird. And even my boyfriend was just like, call her, and I'm just like, maybe she doesn't want to talk because like, why didn't she talk to me yet? It was just.
And then the Sunday, I think I ended up calling her, and then she called me back, and then we talked, like, hey, what's wrong? She's like, what's wrong with you?
And it was really nothing.
It was so dumb.
Do you see what the mind could do? Like, you would think something is wrong, but nothing was really wrong. But
we handled that in a way where we called each other, and we talked about it, right? We literally had a conversation. And
yeah, honestly. And I feel like because we have a strong bond, it played out the way it played out. It could have went worse, but like, because we know what we have in our friendship, like, we're not gonna let something like that just.
It was so minor.
Yeah, very minor. But let me ask the question too now. So what makes our bond strong that we can confidently call each other best friends? I think what makes my bond strong with Sandra, I have a lot of other friends, right? But I can say for certain one thing with Sandra, like, she hasn't, a lot of people have switched up on me in the past, but she stayed consistent throughout the years. Throughout the years, and she's somebody that I could always like, and because she even lives so far, like, whenever I needed somebody to call, like, she would always be there all the time. So I really feel like that has strengthened our friendship and our bond together because just like how consistent and loyal she's loyal too, and how consistent and loyal she's been with me. So I really think that makes our bond really strong. And I feel like,
oh, I have to answer it. To even add to that, I think the level of respect that we have for each other. Like, I would never go behind her back and talk nonsense about her, or like, and vice versa. Like, there's a respect level that we have for each other that literally brings our relationship, like,
no, for sure,
up, you know?
For sure, yeah. And I feel like a lot of people loosely use the word best friend.
That's true.
And I feel like that's why a lot of friendships don't last, because one person may think like when you call somebody your best friend, like, you rely on them for a lot of little things. Yeah. So when something in the friendship goes wrong, they're just quick to end it because maybe you don't see me as a best friend, but I see you as a best friend. So like, it's not the same, like,
the level of
friendship is not on the same. Yeah. So like, I feel like because we both have that understanding that we both call each other best friend, and we don't really use that term loosely. Like, apart from her and Andrew, I don't really call anybody else my best friend, but I have other really close friends, right? But I know with Sandra, and I do also believe that every friend serves a purpose. And I know with Sandra, like, her purpose is on like every aspect. Like, I feel like you have that one friend where you can vent to, you have that other friend where you can like go out, go party with. You have that one friend. I feel like with Sandra, she's that one friend. I can do it all. I can vent. I can vent. I can cry. I could party with. We can go out. We can vacation. Like everything. So I really think that makes the bond.
I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
Yeah. All right. Okay, next question. So, was there ever a time when you felt like your friendship was drifting or entering a dry season? How did you guys bounce back?
Dry season.
For me, I don't think we've ever had a dry
I
season.
don't think so. I mean, like, we have moments where we don't talk every day.
Yeah.
But that's normal. That's expected.
It's very normal.
But because we did see each other like pretty much every weekend, it was always like, hey, like, I'm here, like, what's up? You know,
I think that helps too. Like, we were seeing each other really frequently. Very much. And I know not everybody's in the position to see their friends or family every single day, but I think that plays a huge role. Like, maybe we don't talk throughout the week, but we know we're gonna see each other on the weekend, and it's gonna be like nothing ever happened. Like, we never had that dry season or like, or our friendship kind of drifting. Like,
and even when like you went to Ghana or when I went to Ghana, we were still
communicating. Yeah.
We put in the effort to make our relationship what it is.
It's true. If that effort isn't like being done, you'll have these moments where your friendship may drift away, or you might be entering a dry season. And just to piggyback on this question, I really don't believe in low maintenance friendships. Like,
what do you mean?
So I've been hearing this term a lot, and people be saying like, they're a low maintenance friend where,
like, oh, they don't need much from you.
They don't need much. They don't require much. You guys don't even have to talk much. If it happens, it happens. But like, sometimes I kind of feel like people maybe or like they're deliberately not putting in the effort, and they'll say, I'm a low maintenance friend. But it's like, how do you expect the friendship to flourish or to really be strong if that's how like you're gonna move in the friendship?
Because every relationship requires effort. It requires you to put in the work.
Every relationship. So that's why I don't really believe, but like, I can understand like once again, we don't talk every day. Like, we text frequently, but there's some weeks where we could go 2-3 days without talking, but it's fine, right? But I do feel like some people kind of use that as an excuse.
I hear that still. I know.
But yeah, to each their own. To each their own. But yeah, just to answer the question, I don't think we haven't had a dry season. Our friendship hasn't drifted, so we can't really answer this question.
You don't want to lie.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so next question, it says, as individuals, we often go, I know who wrote this question. Okay, as individuals, we often go through stages of growth at different paces in our lives. How have you each been able to respect and accommodate the other's growth, but yet still ensure that your friendship doesn't change? I think this whole you getting married was a different stage, right? And it didn't change anything. Well, I'm gonna speak for myself. It didn't change anything because this was the time where I knew that when a blessing happens in your neighborhood, or somebody is being blessed and they're moving on in life, that just only means your blessing is also in that area. So like, I know that if I support her and I'm there for her, it's gonna be reciprocated, and her supporting me and blessing me is also gonna come back when I'm ready in that stage of my life. And I also just feel like everybody's journey in life is not gonna be the same. So once you understand that, I think you'll appreciate somebody else's growth and be there and support them. And then when your time comes, not saying you're just doing it for you to get it back in return, but if you genuinely care about that person, it's gonna flow. And like,
agreed.
Yeah,
I think it comes down to, again, respect. Like, there's been times where she was in a relationship and I wasn't, or vice versa, and it's like, I'm rooting for you still, no matter what. Like, even though I'm not where you are, or vice versa, I respect you enough to still be there for you, to learn from you, right? And I think when it comes down to it, like, we love each other, right? We have that like deep, genuine love for each other, so it's like,
it's gonna come
like,
natural.
It's gonna come exactly.
It's gonna come natural. And I also feel like if you're in a stage, if you're in a friendship and one of your friends are in a different stage of life and you kind of feel envious or like jealous, I feel like that's when you need to check your heart posture and really really ask yourself like why do you feel this way? Like, is this somebody you should be friends with if you feel that way? Or like, yeah, you just need to really check yourself, because I feel like if you personally love your friend and you call somebody your friend, like, it shouldn't be hard to really.
It shouldn't be hard, but I can see why it can be hard. For instance, like, let's say you're looking for marriage and you're seeing everyone around you get married. I can see how it can be hard, but again, you have to check your heart posture, understand your why. Why are you supporting that person? Why do you love that person? And just remember timing. Like, there's no, God is never late.
No, never.
He's always on time, right?
Always.
So like, knowing that like what's happening in her life is happening for her. We don't know what she went through before that. We don't know the tears she's cried. We don't know, you know, the prayers she's praying. We don't know what God is doing in her life. So we just have to generally support, because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
There's no space for jealousy in friendship. There shouldn't be. Like, no. Jealousy is a very ugly spirit.
Very.
And especially in a friendship, you never want that.
Ever. Yeah.
Support your friends.
So the next question is, how do you balance being in different seasons of life?
Same thing
It's
again.
pretty much same thing.
I think to also add to that, if we were all going through the same thing at the same time, that'd be boring. That'd be very boring. Like, I like the fact that one person goes through something and the other person goes through it. Why? Because that person can go through it, learn certain things, and then come back and teach.
Yeah.
And say, you know what? No, do this. Like right now, Andrew's getting married.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sir, do this, do this, do this, pray about this.
We have somebody who's experienced to share.
You know, if we're all going through it at the same time, we're all going to be going through it and crying through it. Hey, I did. So like, different seasons, being able to experience it differently, I think it's a blessing. It's a blessing that we don't even really recognize.
No, for real. Okay, so next question. This is the one everybody wanted to know.
What is it?
Did you ever worry that after your best friend got married, y'all would become distant? So I think this question is for me. So do you know what's so funny? I actually didn't think, this wasn't a thought. I didn't think this would be an issue. I never thought of that. When people started like my other friends would start asking me like, so do you think like, how's it gonna be? And then it kind of got to my head, and I'm just like, but before this, I wasn't thinking of anything. Yeah. But because people kept asking me, I got into my head, and I started creating scenarios and started creating like different scenes in my head. I'm like, what if she doesn't talk to me anymore? Or what if like, so now because of what everybody else was asking me and saying to me, now I was kind of believing it. But this is why it's so important to like, just be so strong and know who you are in yourself and who you are within your friendship. Yeah. Because if I was somebody who's kind of weak and I kind of like listened to what everybody else would say, I would have created that distance. But like prior to that, I didn't think it was an issue. So I was just like, why?
Remember the day you even messaged me like, don't stop talking to me.
Okay? Yeah, because so much people would ask me like, so do you think things are going to be different? I'm just
why
like,
does it have to change?
And I'm like,
I understand that, okay, we're in different seasons, but why does the friendship itself have to change? It doesn't.
That's a question for you guys. Like, why? Like, I kind of felt like people, not people wanting that, but like, I kind of felt like that's what happens. Yeah, so I'm like,
people have seen that happen, I guess, but it comes down to the friendship itself, the foundation of the friendship. If the foundation of the friendship is weak, of course, a season like marriage is going to, it could break it.
Yeah, or if you guys are not,
yeah,
it's true. Or if you guys don't really, not value the friendship, but if you guys are just saying we're best friends, or we're friends, loosely, that will happen.
Yeah.
But like, because we have such a strong friendship prior, and you know what also really helps too? Having a relationship with your partner. Like, I also like having a friendship with your partner.
Okay, yeah.
When they were talking and with boyfriend and girlfriend, I knew her fiance. I knew her boyfriend before her. So I also feel like once you have a friendship with the person,
it helps keep it grounded.
It does, because her person is also not gonna want to see us drifting.
Yeah, he'd be like, yo, make sure you not go out. Like,
yeah,
call her. Like, yo, he was at one day. I told you, I'm gonna pay for you guys to go out because like I was so busy. And he's like, I'll give you the money.
Yeah, so I kind of just felt like, what, like, is that gonna happen? So I started like slowly believing, and I think that's why I text you like, don't make sure we talk.
I like that because then it kept the relationship even more intentional.
Yeah.
Because now we're like, we don't want it to get to that, so let's be intentional.
Yeah, we'll both put in the work.
Yeah.
But like the work was already put in prior.
Yeah.
But because you're entering into a new season that you've never entered into. I'm watching her enter into this new season, and now I'm also kind of entering into a new season because now my best friend is married. I don't really have that much access to her as I did before, and that's where respect comes in. I feel like one thing we've really established is we've set boundaries. We've set like really good boundaries that like I know when not to cross a certain line with her. But it's not like, I don't want it to sound so deep because it's not like your boundaries are so like
don't call after 10.
Yeah, like it was never like that. But I also know that she's in a new season. I can't call her at the random times that I want to because she's now in a marriage with her husband, and that's something I think that's something I've kind of mastered even prior. Like small talking. But like I was saying, I think we both respected each other's boundaries, and yeah, I think I've mastered it. And I think another question just to tie it into it, I think it was asking how has your friendship been since Sandra got married? And it's been fine. Like nothing has changed, you guys. Like I think that's what people are expecting to hear. Nothing has changed. Like if anything, I feel like we've even got into like a deeper dimension of our friendship because
we're grown.
Like now we're really entering into adulthood. Like we've been adults, but like
I'm calling her, how do you make this? Like what do I do with this? Like this is like your first time living on your own, right? Like I've lived on my own, so that's something I feel like I was able to share with her. But like the friendship since she's gotten married, I'm telling you guys, it hasn't changed from before she was married. It's not gonna change after she's married. It's only gonna get even better. So yeah. All right. So maybe I'm talking too much. What keeps a friendship healthy? What keeps a friendship healthy? I think going back off your last answer, healthy boundaries. Yes. Respect. Yes. Reciprocation. Like it's not you only do for me and I just coast.
That's one thing I could say that I've learned in this friendship because like I have an ex-friend that I'm no longer friends with. There was no boundary set, and I kind of felt like the friendship was definitely one way. Like I felt like I was giving so much of my time and like everything, and I didn't feel like I was getting that back, and it's no longer here. Like it doesn't work. Yeah, so for sure.
Boundaries, respect.
I think too, what makes a healthy friendship, sorry for my non-spiritual girlies, but prayer. Like I can't emphasize that. Pray. Like I'm just gonna throw this question back at you guys. When was the last time you guys prayed for your friend? Like I think interceding on behalf of your friend like is like probably one of the most important things, because a lot of the times like we've grown to this age where we're not gonna always run to each other right away to talk about what you're going through. You might not know, I might not know what she's going through at that moment. Eventually she'll come and tell me, but like you just don't know what she's going through that moment. Praying for a friend and listening to hear what God may tell you to do in regards to that prayer could really help the friendship last, because I think that's one thing I don't play about, like praying and interceding for the people around me.
I know, I agree. Especially if you do know what they're going through. Like, don't miss the opportunity to pray for them. Every relationship serves a purpose, and when you understand that purpose, you're able to really tap into your purpose in their life and their purpose in your life, and what can you do to help them in their situation, right?
Moving on. Okay, so the next question is, how do you move from surface level friendship to sisterhood?
That's a deep question.
How you can move into that sisterhood realm dimension is just being vulnerable with each other. I feel like once you share, or once you let somebody see your weakness, I feel like they can help you work on it, and that's what would kind of move you into like a real sisterhood, because you have lots of siblings. They probably seen you at your weakest, but that's what makes you guys so much closer, right? Once you can share those weak parts of you with somebody, that's what can move you into that sisterhood dimension for me.
Vulnerability, I like that.
Yes.
I think I would add on and say purpose. Like, what is the purpose of the friendship? How are you serving your friend, and how is your friend serving you? How is the relationship building you? And I think when you have those answers, you're able to then move into what we call sisterhood.
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
Because it's more about, like, it's, yeah, we love to kiki and ha-ha, but like every relationship serves a purpose. And when you understand that purpose, you're able to move into a deeper understanding, a deeper level of friendship, sisterhood.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that was a good question. Next question. How has your relationship with your significant other affected your friendship? And how did you balance your friendship when one was in a relationship and the other wasn't?
Okay, so 2 separate questions. Are we talking about like current?
I don't know. I was gonna ask, like, if we're talking about current, like, I can say so much good things.
Yeah.
If we can talk, if we talk about past relationships, then
let's talk
maybe
about it so we can compare, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I think past relationships, I feel like my past relationships affected me in a better way because of how toxic it was. I was running to our healthy relationship. Like, I was clinging on to the healthy side,
the good
side, because the relationships were not benefiting me. It was terrible.
But
and like you can attest, like we would call each other, go through things, like cry, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Like,
it's true.
Like, and even speaking with my current relationship, it's still doing the same, but now I'm able to like see the good qualities in my husband, and he's teaching me a lot about relationships, and he's teaching me a lot about how to show up, and I'm now able to use that in my friendships, my sisterhoods, you know.
Yeah, no, with my relationship now, it's also teaching me how to like be a better person, because I'm learned, like, I was single for a certain time. I was even single in a relationship.
Girl.
Let's talk about it. Girl. Let's talk about it. So, so now that I'm in a healthier relationship, like, it just, like, when you're in something good, everything else is works. It's even better, because like you're learning good attributes or good healthy habits in one relationship, and it's gonna trickle into another relationship. So like it's definitely helped our friendship so much more, and I feel like both of our partners are just so wise, because they also have good they're also in good healthy friendships with their mandem, right? So like once we see that, and like you don't really see healthy brotherhood, men, like, and brothers in like a good circle of friends. So the fact that both of our partners have that, like, it's just like,
it's like it's encouraging.
It's very encouraging. And like they would both encourage us to make sure we have time for each other. Like, what guy does that? Like, I don't know. I can't count that many. So like I feel like that is so sweet. Like I love that about them. And also them also, I'm saying them like they're sitting right here, but like them also having
their
a
own
relationship, like that was a dream for me, because like it's so weird. We came from having past relationships where our past exes were really close, and then now it's like now our partners are getting close. It's just the sweetest
texting
thing
and
ever.
everything, and it's like, it's like I'm texting Ben. So
Aaron is so funny, dog.
No, I feel like if your significant other is not like pushing you to be a better friend, or pushing you to sustain
your relationships,
you gotta really think about that,
because that's a form of toxicity.
Yeah, that's unhealthy.
Well, the English is not coming.
Toxicity,
you guys.
Please cut that out.
But no, that's
Yeah.
that's also like, yeah, you need to check that because that could lead into like uglier situations.
When you get like married and then they don't want you to be around nobody, just about them.
Why?
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how.
Shout out to our man.
Yeah, my man. Okay, guys, we're honestly we're almost done. I think this is gonna be our
Third last?
No, this is the last question.
Wow.
So we're at the last question, y'all, and the last question is, what kind of prayer points should I pray for a fruitful friendship? I think this is perfect to end off the video.
Yeah.
But I think one prayer topic for sure can be like, pray for intentional, purposeful, and meaningful friendships. Like,
Love that.
you need to pray towards your current friendships, your future friendships, even your past friendships, because just because you're no longer friends, that doesn't mean you can't pray for them. Like, wherever they are in life or whatever stage that they're at, still pray for them.
Just because the friendship didn't work doesn't mean you can't still have a good heart towards them.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was trying to say. Like, yeah, for sure.
I think any relationship you're about to get into, it's important that you pray. Pray, ask God to reveal their intentions in your life. Pray and ask God what is their purpose in your life. And when you're praying for the fruitfulness of the relationship, I think it's important to pray that you will be a blessing to them and that they'll be a blessing to you, right? I said before, every friendship serves a purpose, and you never know when a friend comes into your life what direction God's going to take you and what direction God's going to take the both of you on, right? Who would have known that God would have, brought us here 20 years later, right? It's the direction, right? We were able to follow suit. We were able to sustain it. So pray for direction. Allow God to lead the relationship, lead the friendship. It's more than just being friends. Like, it is spiritual.
It is.
And to our non-spiritual friends, I hope that doesn't rub you the wrong way.
That's how we view it.
Yeah.
I think also pray for the spirit of discernment, because there's a lot of people that come into your life that it might not be from God. So you need to really have that spirit of discernment to really tell, like, is this somebody you want in your life or not? So I think that's a very important prayer topic. I think you also need to pray for yourself. I feel like friendships work two ways. So just pray and ask God to give you the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding of how to maneuver through a friendship, because it's not easy, especially in our adulthood. It's harder to sustain and keep a friendship. Life's like, people get married, like, the dynamic of things is not always going to be how you want it to be, like back in high school or elementary school, but things will be a little bit different. So definitely pray towards that. And I think last but not least, pray together. Like, we apart from me and Sandra, like, even the rest of HF, we pray together a lot. And like, when we were doing our Bible studies frequently, like, we'd always take time apart to lead in prayer. Like, each one of us would lead, and I feel like that's really important. Like a friend that prays together really stays together. So apart from your individual prayer points, pray together, and like, that really helps with a stronger bond in your friendship. So yeah, you guys, so that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know we didn't get to all the questions, but I don't want this video to be too long. But this is the end of the video. Like, I had an amazing time recording this with you.
If you're still watching, shout out to you.
Shout out to you, for real MVP. And if you're not a keeper, I hope you subscribed after this video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave any comments, questions below, and I'll get to them. Sandra will even get to them.
Let's engage.
Yes. We'll most likely do a part 2. If not just me and Sandra, maybe the rest of HF. I do want to have this segment.
Like,
yeah, that'd be so cool. Even though this guy's a Bishop Kelly. These guys hate being on camera, but like, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. We enjoyed filming this. We love you guys so much. If you guys want us to pray with you, pray for you, let us know below, and we'll definitely reach out. Yeah, anything you want to say?
Y'all keep subscribing, keep following, let's keep engaging, let's keep supporting.
Supporting, y'all.
Yeah.
That's support.
Support.
So if you guys reached the end of this video, like she said, you are the real MVP. We love and appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't already, please do not leave without liking, commenting, and subscribing, and also hitting that notification bell so you do not miss my next video. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you, keepers. Bye.
I'm missing you.